Hello everyone, we're here with Lydia Pintscher and we're here to talk about advanced search. Hi Lydia.
Hi, Leah.
Do you remember the very first time you edited Wikidata? What got you into it?
Oh, that was at the very beginning of Wikidata, when it was first live. And like many people, my first edits were around something I was interested in. So I looked around some items for free software projects and added missing data to them.
Cool. Okay, so today we want to explore a little bit the different ways we can search for information in Wikidata. Can you show us how to search for something?
Of course, I can. So if you're on Wikidata, one thing you can see is this little search box at the top. And we can search for Conky, which is Katie's little mascot. And I'm just going to type Conky, and then Wikidata is suggesting some things that are called Conky. We want the first one. Here it says mascot of the Katie community. Ta-da! We have the entry with all the data Wikidata has about Conky, including some statements, some names, description in different languages, and of course site links.
Cool. Can you also show us the search page on Wikidata?
Of course, if I don't select something in the search here, but just type Conky and click search for pages containing Conky, then I get to this more elaborate search page, which gives me a few more entries and also some more data about each of the hits. So for example, the entry for Conky has 22 statements, 22 site links to Wikipedia and other projects, and it has been edited the last time on the 15th of December last year.
Cool. Can you also search from there things about the content of the items, like maybe some specific statements?
Yes. So let's briefly look back at the item for Conky. And you find all kinds of data about Conky, including an image. Isn't he cute? But you can also see that residence is KDE Valley. Now, we could ask ourselves who else lives in KDE Valley. And there are some magic tricks, which we're going to look at now, to find stuff like this. So, first thing you have to do is find the property ID and the item ID. So here we have property P551 and the item ID, which is way too long to remember, so we're just going to copy it. And then we go to the search page and we use our magic word, which has WB statement colon, and then we say which statement we want. So we said we have property 551, and that should be equal to this property ID. So we are basically looking for all the items in Wikidata that have a statement that says residence is KDE Valley. And then we're going to search, and we find two mascots who are living in KDE Valley. Not just Conky, but also Katie.
Cool, really cool. How about if I would like to find all the things that are very cool? How about I want to find all the things depicting cats? Can I do it through the search?
Yes, you can. So we're doing it the same way as WB statements, and then we just need the property ID for depicts and the QID for cats. And of course, we already prepared this. So that is P180, which is depicts, and cats, I believe, is Q146. And we're gonna search to find stuff that depicts cats. So this will be paintings, for example, like here the first one, cats among roosters. Does this depict a cat? It very much looks like a cat.
Awesome. So you can basically replicate what maybe we know how to do with the query service, but directly into Wikidata with search.
Exactly.
Can I have dogs
And
as
now
well?
we can have dogs as well. So let's say we want stuff that's not just showing cats, but also dogs. Then we add the same thing, has W statement. P180 depicts, but we don't add cats again, but dogs, and that's 144. For some reason, cats go after dogs. I do not agree, but fine. Let's search for stuff that has cats and dogs in them, like this painting, The Fall of Man. That looks like a cat. That looks like a dog. I think we found a painting with a cat and a dog.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Can you show us a few more keywords that can be useful?
Yes. So not just can you search for items that have a particular statement, but you can also search for stuff that doesn't have a particular statement. So for example, let's say I want to search for anything that has Leia in it, but is not a human. Let's look what Wikidata has, and we can do Leia, and then use our magic word, has WB statements, but with a minus in front of it. So to negate it, we do not want the statement. And then we can say P31, which is instance of, equals Q5, which is human. So we don't want anything that's a human in our result. And then we check. There is a Leia, the female given name, for example, which is a name and not a human.
Nice. What else do we have?
There are a bunch of other keywords that are useful and that you can use, just like has WB statement. You can use in label. So if you want to search for something specifically in a label, then you can use that keyword. You can use has WB statement WB statement quantity, which gets you anything that has at least this many statements or fewer than this statements. So for example, you could limit your search to find items that do not have a statements indicating any children for a person. So you only find people that don't have children, depending on what you want to search for. You can also use the magic word has description and has label to find items that have a description or a label in a particular language. And then again, you can use the minus in front of them to find stuff that doesn't have a label or a description in a particular language. And if you want to contribute to Wikidata, this is actually a really cool thing because you can find items that are missing a label or a description in your language, and you can contribute to make the data more useful for people speaking your language.
Awesome. If we want to know more about these keywords, where can we look at?
There is a documentation page on MediaWiki at mediawiki.org, and it's called help : extension : wiki-based zero search, and all the keywords I was talking about, like has WB statements and WB statement quantity, has descriptions, and so on, are all explained there, including examples that you can copy and adapt to what you're searching for.
Awesome, thank you. And according to you, what are the cases where it's better to use the search directly in Wikidata, and in which other case it is better to use other tools to retrieve data, such as the query service or even the dumps?
Right. So you want to use the search if you're searching for a specific word, for example, and then like we did with the Leia example, if you're searching for things called Lydia, then the search is very helpful, and that's what you should use. And then all these keywords I just showed you are helpful to limit your search more and have it be more focused to what you're actually searching for, in case there are a lot of results, right? If we would just have searched for Lydia, we would have gotten so many people called Lydia, and we just removed them because we didn't want them in our result. So that's when you use a search. If you want to understand all the connections in Wikidata, so for example, what we looked at the beginning, Conky is living in KDE Valley with Katie, and KDE Valley is a type of mascot world and so on, and you maybe want to explore other mascot worlds. So the moment it gets into all this big network of all the different things that Wikidata covers, and you want to drill down on that, make visualizations of it, and so on, that's when you want to go to a query.
Makes a lot of sense. Thank you. And here comes the final question. What would you suggest to someone who's new to Wikidata and would like to start editing it but doesn't know where to start?
Right. So the first thing you want to do is look at some items for things you care about. Is there a cool recent TV show you watched, or a book you read, or music artist you've seen at a concert, and so on? I would recommend you look at items like this and see how they are set up. Like, what kind of data do we have about the things you care about? And you can check from there what's connected to that, what similar artists do we have, what albums do we have by them, for example, or do we have all the other actors that played in the movie your favorite actor plays in? Things like that. Look around. Another thing that's super helpful you can do is then check, do all these statements that we have about the thing that you're passionate about have references? Can you find good data, good sources on the internet to verify that, for example, your favorite actor was born on this date, and things like that? And last but not least, I would highly recommend looking for some wiki projects covering the areas you're interested in. So if it's music, there's a wiki project music, where people who care about the same thing you care about come together and figure out how to model that in Wikidata.
Awesome. Thank you, Lydia.
You're welcome.